What's up, guys? We're back today. We're doing another fan casting of My Superman's Universe. Today, what we're going to be focusing on is a bit more of the Daily Planet aspects of things. And to get us started off today, what we're going to be doing is we're going to start off with one of my favorite characters on DC Comics, and that's going to be Lois Lane. She's probably one of the most fearsome characters on all the comics. Not exactly. Um, I guess you could say she's a bit more fearsome when it comes to her abilities to fight and everything, but I feel like she's a bit more fearsome in contrast to her ability to get the truth out of almost anything and anybody. And one of my choices for years has always been Olivia Wilde. I've absolutely loved her in a lot of the um, different roles that she's been in. I really feel like she kind of shined in the Tron movies. But yeah, I really do feel like she would do very well in this role. I've always kind of been partial to Erica Durance, and I'm starting to become partial to Elizabeth Tulloch on Superman and Lois. But I really do feel like Olivia Wilde could embody the character a bit more than what we got with Amy Adams. I really feel like she could embody the caring personality that Lois has. I really do feel like she has that inquisitive, investigative, um, take no prisoners kind of attitude that you need in Lois's character, like we've had with the Erica Durance iteration, like we're getting with the Elizabeth Tulloch. I feel like she'd be a great combination of those two actresses. But I really do feel like she would also embody a lot of the things that we got with Margot Kidder's iteration of the character, and I'd really love to see exactly how her relationship would go with my version of what I would like to see Henry Cavill's Clark Kent slash Superman be. I really do feel like what we could get with her is a bit more of that, again, that take no holds barred, I'm going to get the questions answered because I want the truth getting out kind of attitude that she has. And I really do feel like, again, Olivia Wilde would just knock it right out of the park if she were to be given that chance. Moving on, what we're going to be doing is now we're getting into Perry White. And honestly, I really feel like nobody would embody Perry's character more than, say, Bruce Campbell. Now, he's been known to do a little bit more of the horror aspect, kind of like an indie kind of roles. Um, Ash versus the Evil Dead kind of stuff. But I really do feel like with Bruce Campbell, you do kind of get like this old school journalist kind of aspect to him. I can very easily see him pulling off some of Perry's more iconic lines throughout the mythos, the Great Caesar's Ghost, Great Shades of Elvis, like we had back in the Lois and Clark series. I really do feel like this is a man that um, has been around for a while, and he has built up this respect from not only his reporters but from the journalist community. I feel like this is a guy that really would hold Lois's respect, hold Clark's respect, but not only that, but you can easily see him as the journalist that could easily figure out that Clark and Superman are possibly the same, but out of respect for who he is and for what he doesn't really say it, because I do feel like I feel like Perry White knows who Clark Kent and Superman are, and I feel like Commissioner Gordon and the Batman mythos knows Bruce Wayne as Batman, but out of respect for who they are, for what they do, I feel like both of them kind of like keep their mouths kind of shut, don't really say anything, and they're just standing by waiting for it to be said to them out of respect for the individuals. But not only do I feel like he'd be perfect for the role, I do feel like, again, he is perfect looking for the role. He looks like how Perry White has been depicted numerous times throughout the comic book lore and partial in ways to some of the shows that we've gotten. So I really do feel like Bruce Campbell, perfect choice we have. Now, I'd like, and this could be a little bit confident, could ruffle a few feathers, but I would love to see Tom Holland playing Jimmy Olsen. And yeah, we got him in Marvel, playing another character that, is a photographer. But I, I would absolutely love to see the relationship we would have with Tom Holland's Jimmy Olsen, a very wholesome character, kind of have with the Lois Lane character, with Olivia Wilde, Henry Cavill, Clark Kent, and Superman being the best friend, and him kind of looking up to Perry as kind of like a father figure. I can easily see him doing that. I can easily see him running around the Daily Planet following Lois and Clark like a lost puppy, calling Clark CK. It's very easy for me to see these things happen with it. More a lot easier than I can see with somebody else taking over the role. I do like that Tom Holland kind of has that youthful appearance to him. He can very easily pull off, say, a Jimmy Olsen that's just out of college and is having an internship, or Jimmy Olsen just graduated from photography school and his very first job is photographer for the Daily Planet. I very easily can see these things happening with him. But yeah, I would absolutely love, and it's something again I've felt like for a while now, especially after Tom Holland's debut as Peter Parker in Civil War, that he would absolutely be perfect as a Jimmy Olsen character. Now, moving on, we're going to get more into the supporting cast of the Daily Planet, and Ron Troop, the political writer of the Daily Planet, I feel like needs a certain kind of character to him, and I really do feel like Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us would just knock it out of the park again, like a lot of these other people I'm casting. I do feel like he has that very intellectual mind to him. He very easily could take over this role and just show us everything that needs to be done with this role. I feel like we've gotten a lot of aspects from This Is Us and a lot of his other works that very easily show us how well he could perform. And I would again like to see exactly how he pulls off everything that he does. Now, his character was brought on originally in the comics as kind of an answer to the Year Without Superman. I would like to see him being an established writer this time with the Daily Planet. Once Clark comes on, have maybe a sort of rivalry between the two of them with stories. But I feel like you could have a mutual respect between the two just because of the way that Clark writes, where he's very human-centric. And I feel like Ron would be the type of political writer that's writing not one-sided for one political party or another. I feel like Ron is the kind of character that would want to keep the citizens informed of what's going on with both sides. Not even just both sides, but like the entire political spectrum, so everybody can stay informed of what they are doing. And I feel like that's an aspect of the Daily Planet that I absolutely love. Is it's not something that's going to say, you're in the pocket of Lex Luthor and we're going to just report stuff for Lex Luthor. Or once Bruce purchases the Daily Planet, which I absolutely love, that storyline in the comics, and I would love to see that happen in a cinematic universe. That they're kind of taking things the way that he wants it written, very anti-rogue, very anti-villain, anti-Lex kind of aspect, where they're very open to what they're allowed to write. I really do feel like, again, Sterling K. Brown would be able to pull that off perfectly. Again, being able to show both sides of a political spectrum. And kind of moving on to what one of my favorite characters, just because of the way that he's portrayed in the comics, and you do see him as a very kind of idiotic character at times, but he's also extremely very smart and he's very loyal. Is Stevelombard, the sports writer of the Daily Planet. And this one was a bit harder for me to decide because I feel like there's so many guys out there that could pull off the role but don't exactly look like they could pull it off, if you understand what I'm saying. I do feel like he needs to be a character that looks like he was a sports guy in college. He did play sports. He stays incredibly in shape. He's bulked up, almost to the point where he's wearing, a size too small shirt to show off his muscles because he just loves the way he looks so much. And the character, the actor that I would love to see play him is Stephen Fairley, who, if you don't watch wrestling, is Sheamus in the WWE. I feel like he has the looks. He's got that nice beard and goatee, or if you shave it off, you could have the mustache like he has. He looks almost exactly like Steve, and I feel like this is a man that would both embody this character. He would be able to pull off exactly everything that this man, all the quirks that he has, where he's just spouting off nonsense all day long about sports. He's a guy that is constantly getting on Ron's nerves, but if something were to happen, if say something were to attack the Daily Planet, in the past it has been like, say, Brainiac's drones that attack the Daily Planet. He's been the one that's helping fight them off without anybody being there to really do it, and helping protect everybody there. So I really do feel like Stephen Fairley, aka Sheamus, would be absolutely perfect to take on this role. And finally, we have the gossip columnist. We got Kat Grant coming in. She's an extremely flirty person. She didn't exactly start off that way. It's kind of like a shift for her and her character throughout the years. And the way they did it in the comics was, honestly, it was depressive. It was her son being killed off, her taking some time off from being a writer, moving out west, and then her coming back, being this extremely flirty person, had plastic surgery done and everything. And not that I'm saying this is about this actress per se, but I feel like Reese Witherspoon would be perfect for this. I feel like she could both embody that very kind of like girl next door, I'm baking you cookies, very early aspect to the character before she's lost her son, where she is in the gossip because it's something that she enjoys talking about. She enjoys learning about other people, and it's something about her that I absolutely kind of find funny, the kind of duality between her and the Lois Lane's character, and I would love to see the duality between Reese Witherspoon's and Olivia Wilde's takes on the characters. But I feel like she could also pull off that more flirty, in your face kind of attitude that Kat later starts to depict in the comics. So I really do feel like she would be perfect for that role. I do feel like she does have a lot of the looks down. Those characters, she looks almost like it's been portrayed in the comics and other media. But I do feel like she would absolutely kill it as Kat Grant. So that's gonna be my Daily Planet cast. Again, we got Olivia Wilde playing Lois. We got Bruce Campbell as Perry. Tom Holland taking it in as Jimmy Olsen. Sterling K. Brown, we got playing Ron Troop. Stephen Fairley, Sheamus, playing Stevelombard. And then we've got Reese Witherspoon finishing things off as Kat Grant. Now, if you guys have any other ideas, you disagree with me, you agree with me, let me know down in the comments. If you do like this, hit that likes button, and I will be coming back, and we're going to be finishing things off with a bit more of the supporting characters, and then we're going to be moving off into Superman's villains. I think you guys are going to be kind of interested in what I've got picked for that. I've got a few choices for that might raise some eyebrows. Everyone might like, but I do feel like I'm going to have a few choices in here that you guys are going to like. So let me know what you guys think again, and thanks for watching. Have a great one, guys.